What's up, you guys? It is Mary,
Amma.
and today we are going to be talking about the Love and Marriage Huntsville Part 1 of the reunion, you guys. And it was quite a bit, from Melody refusing to even acknowledge, what is it, Martell, and
Marcel,
then
yes.
Kimmy and Melody going at it. It was quite a bit. But I do
Hmm.
want to just talk about Carlos. I really felt like with him, he does too much. Like as like an interviewer, like he was standing up, he was getting people's faces, and then on
I
top of that,
know.
it would just seemed as if like he kept on like, I don't know, really starting stuff for no reason, but he wasn't like being subtle about it. He was really just kind of like, what was it? Because I think he was talking about Martell and are you rooting for them? And I think he had asked something about Melody, and I don't know, just kind of
Hmm.
like was a lot of provoking stuff. I mean, I guess that's part of the reunion to kind of get people to talk, but I feel like he could have done it in a better way. But I just had to talk about him because he was
I
out
was
of control.
surprised that he actually even got in Martel's face. At one point, I thought Martel would get up and push him or something. I was surprised because usually it seems as though he takes Martel's side. So I
Right.
was surprised that he was really pushing to see, Martel, did you um, like, did you say that you were guilty? Do you think that what you did was wrong in terms of sending a picture of your wife in a compromising situation? Well, when you guys were together, right? Why would you send something like that? Like, or why would you threaten her? Which is what he did, kind of like
Yeah.
threatening her that he's going to put it out there.
Right.
Now, what Marceau said, which I did not know, that Martel actually used that picture to say that Mel had an affair with
That's
somebody else.
crazy. That's so crazy.
And it's disgusting. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And Martel is like 1 minute, he seems to be, you can almost fall for it if you're not aware that this man is,
A narcissist, basically.
I'm trying not to say that word, but 1 minute it's like, yeah, I wish Mel and I, we could have been together and like make our family thrive and all this stuff. And then the next minute he becomes so violent in his words towards her,
Yeah.
like with so much venom. And I can see, and I am 100% with her when she's like, I'm not even having this conversation. I'm not even sitting here with him. Like, I'm not even talking to him,
Yeah.
except if someone is asking me a question. Like, this is my job. I gotta say something. And I see why she's like, I am done with this whole entire thing.
Yeah.
I see that. And the other thing I'm thinking, now that we know that Mel has left Love and Marriage Huntsville, I have a feeling, I wonder if Carlos already knew that she was leaving.
Yeah.
So that's why,
Right.
he was the way he was, or maybe he had heard through the grapevine, and so he was like, I'm gonna like rock hard for her or whatever. But yeah, he was trying to start a lot of stuff. What did you think about the whole Kimmy and Mel situation?
I felt like with Melody, I do feel like her asking it or putting it out there, like, I don't think it's anything that anybody else on the show has not done in a way, like maybe not like that, but I
Mm-hmm.
do kind of agree with Kimmy. And I mean, we've said it on the show where it's kind of like Melody kind of want, like sometimes it seems like she's on this crusade to prove that every man cheats. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when
Mm-hmm.
Martell was cheating, and she was like, "Well, does every man cheat?" That was like the first season or whatever the case may be. And then she was talking about
Yeah.
respectful cheating. So my thing is, I do feel like Melody, one, I do think she knew that she was wrong for suggesting that and
Mm-hmm.
saying that.
Mm-hmm.
So I can see why Kimmy was very defensive when it came to Melody
Mm-hmm.
and everything. But,
Yeah.
I feel like she She's probably in a very, kind of like how Sunny's not in the best place. I don't know if Kimmy's in the best space,
Yeah,
especially with this whole thing with Maurice and what he was doing
I
that night,
know.
and then the apricot or the red lipstick that was on his collar. My thing is, I don't know who zoomed in so much to look at his collar on his mugshot. Like that's
Well,
a like. Did you stretch before you reached that far? Like
he
I'm not saying
did.
that he has never cheated on Kimmy. I'm not saying he's a saint or
Mhm.
anything like that. But I'm just saying. Well, I mean, no one was really there to
I
see if
just
there was
wish,
lipstick on his collar. Like I don't know.
yeah,
I
I
didn't
just
see it.
wish that women will get to a space where we are not so quick to jump in and fight the fight that the men should be fighting. No one was asking Kimmy this question. They were talking to Maurice. He was doing fine answering the question. And yes, he was on the hot seat. Carlos was coming, like firing those questions at him. He
Right.
was stumbling along. Kimmy, Maurice has embarrassed you quite a bit on the show.
Quite a
Let
bit.
him stumble along. Let him do his thing. Okay?
Yeah.
But
I.
it's like she jumps in to fight this battle for him. All right? That he probably is capable of fighting himself. But she jumps
Right.
in, and then all of a sudden it becomes Kimmy against Carlos, Kimmy against Mel.
It was
When
a
he
lot.
Shula, this is Maurice's stuff. Let him answer to that. So
I did think
that's
it
just
was
what I thought.
interesting that when Carlos asked Kimmy, "Do you think Maurice is cheating?" He
Mm-hmm.
was she basically said no, but then she was like, but I don't put it past nobody. Like you can tell me he cheated tomorrow, and I'll be like, ugh, And then um
I wouldn't be
Maurice had
surprised.
something. He had said something which I thought was a little suspect. Not suspect, but it was just kind of like, eh. Like I think he had said something along the lines of like, well, I don't put it past anybody, but I would be, but
And he
I
wouldn't be
pro.
surprised if Kimmy cheats.
Yeah, he said he wouldn't be surprised or something. He said, I mean, especially with her passing through gas stations and stuff like that or whatever. So it just seemed like her
And then make it
comment
out like
was,
it's some kind of joke.
yeah. I
Ugh.
mean, I don't know. It just kind of like she was trying to cover him, and it didn't seem like he was really trying to cover her.
Yes.
Because why would you allude and
That's
say, "Oh, well, I think maybe I should be careful," especially with her going to gas stations? Aren't you the one who got arrested when you out late at night or something like that? And then so that
mm-hmm.
was my thing. I just feel like she's here, but I agree with what you're saying. Where I don't like when women hop and try to. Like, I mean, I get you defending your man, but I feel like, especially if he's embarrassed you or he's in a line of questioning, I'm not going to sit down here and cape for a man, especially if I don't even know what happened that night or whatever. Still, like, I feel like he should fight his own battles. Like, you're the one who's being questioned. Like, I'll still be supportive and hold your hand, but like, you should totally handle that, because then he was like, well, I'm going to shut the f up and I'm going to let my lawyer handle it. So he kind of refused to talk about it anymore. Well, I mean, Kimmy had already fought the battle
Yeah,
for him, so that
I
was my
know.
thing. And then I
Mm-hmm.
think we should talk about, was it? I think Kimmy, was it? We talked about Kimmy versus Melody and stuff like that in the
How about
screenshots.
Destiny?
Oh, Destiny is,
Carlos was really nice to Destiny. I was surprised.
yeah, part two hasn't come out or anything, but I think they showed the a thing for next week, I
Sunny and
guess.
Destiny.
Yeah, Sunny and Destiny, and then Melody versus Nell and Fletcher, and then I think Tisha was versus Sunny too. Like it was a lot going on, but it
I
is,
was very happy
yeah,
Tisha standing her ground and not allowing Martell to deviate from what she was saying and saying, "You're the issue, Martell. It was you." And even when he was trying to say, "I don't know why you're afraid of Mel," like trying to be like, "This was Mel who did this to me." And I was like, he's always trying to bring Mel into something.
he's
And
always,
Tisha was like, "No, it was you, Martell." And I love that she just stood her ground. And I love the fact that she's not always crying anymore. And the fact also, I noticed that, before when she will speak her mind, how Marceau will always try to shut her up and be like, you're better than they are, or whatever, don't argue. And I like now that she speaks up for herself
right.
and he remains quiet so that, people can handle their battles themselves. Don't have to jump in and help someone fight their own battle.
Yeah.
Give them an opportunity. speak and to answer whatever. So
Yeah, exactly.
proud of
But
Tisa, proud of
but
Tisa, but I totally understand why Mel is done.
leaving. Yeah, I mean, I think
I do.
it's been a long time coming. But I am excited for next
Mm-hmm.
week. They finally do I think they questioned Trish, I guess, about the whole
Oh,
Martell
Latricia.
thing
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's going to be quite
Mm-hmm.
interesting. Oh my
Yes.
god! And Melody made the funniest comment when the thing ended. She was like, I wouldn't put it past my ex. He would have sex with anything that had legs. And his face was hilarious. He was just like, like okay. I was like, oh my
But yeah, him,
oh
it's
my
like no
gosh,
discrimination. He is just,
a
he's so
mess.
undisciplined
Yeah,
and irresponsible. That's all I can say.
yeah, y'all. But let us know what you guys think
Two
about
things
this
that
reunion.
are not very,
Yeah,
yeah. Well,
craziness.
we love you guys and thanks for
Yes.
watching.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.